Hello and welcome to the stream. Definitely starting a little bit later today, but definitely want to stay consistent with actually streaming. Today is also going to go ahead and be my first official stream on Twitch as well. Hopefully that's coming in okay. I'll go ahead and see and double check that, but definitely sounds like it's sounding okay. So that's good. Without further ado, as the description says, my goal today is to go ahead and try out a newer game that recently came out called Firefly Haven. As the description says on the game, Firefly Haven is an incremental, chill, and short, cozy game about catching bugs, collecting trophies, traveling to new locations, and achieving greatness. So I think that sounds like a kind of a fun one to go ahead and just kind of have some fun and play with. So let me go ahead and switch over to that and get the game going. Should see it up there now. All right, perfect. Let me go ahead and add just a few more things as well. Let me make sure I have all of the Twitch related items on screen. I think I got the, I think with that I should have the alerts up. Let me go ahead and make sure I got the chat. Although I'll probably keep the chat off now until I actually see some people join. As soon as I see some people join, then I'll see if it's what people want and if it is worthwhile to go ahead and actually add the chat directly onto the screen. Really, I think is going to depend on, how engaged people are for the most part. But with that, I think Twitch chat has been added, so... Alright, perfect. I think with that, we can go ahead and actually begin the game. So let's go ahead and start a brand new game here. I have not actually looked at this besides the brief little page that we see on Steam. So don't really know much more beyond what is written in the description and the small little video and the small little images that are actually on that page itself. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. And as usual as well, please let me know if the volume is too loud. I went ahead and did turn this one down a little bit lower. And I also made sure to turn off the background music, just in case of any copyright reasons as well. Let's go ahead and say, so brother, so you got this place because you wanted to become a bug hunter, huh? You can start by getting out there and catching your first few. Go hunt. Good luck. Okay. So over here, no idea what this is. My assumption is probably either bugs caught or currency, upgrades. Okay, so damage. Yeah. Given the fact that that number corresponds with these little icons that we see next to these, that tells me that is going to be the currency we have. But we can get damage, we can get max stamina, and then we can get cooldown reduction as well. Can't afford anything at this moment, so best thing to do would be to just go ahead and go hunt and see what happens. Where are we hunting? Okay, so for now, the only place available to us is the Plain Hills, so I think that is going to be our choice. It takes BP to travel to the Plain Hills. I don't see anywhere where BP is being indicated anywhere, so we'll have to go ahead and figure out what that is at a later time once we actually acquire some. Okay. Okay. So from the looks of it, you just gotta wait for that circle to go ahead and actually go. And then you can catch anything that's within that area, it looks like. Some look like they're gonna take more than one hit. And you do have to click in order to actually get the net to actually trigger as well. So Looks like we're tired. You got Firefly 6 and Ladybug 1. So we can either go home or we can go again for 0 BP. Let's go ahead and go home and just see what that actually got us, just to understand kind of what this looks like. We also got our first achievement of my first bug. Look at that, you got your first few bugs. So cute. To make a trophy out of them, click on the trophies to know how many of each you have. Okay. But please keep them away from me. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look. It said to go ahead and take a look at the trophies. Given the fact that, so this is the Ladybug, 0.5 BP per minute, and I caught a 1. And then there's also this, the Firefly, 1.2 BP per minute, and I caught 6. So this is how I actually get the BP at this point. It did say to go ahead and take a look at the trophies. I can go ahead and turn on the light. Let's actually make sure it's nice and bright. I want to make sure I can see that stuff as well. But where are these trophies they speak of? Okay, there's another one down here. Inventory, nothing. Is there another bar to go ahead and pull from? No, let's see with upgrades. I cannot afford anything at this point in time. So with that, I think we'll go ahead and just go right back into hunting. This is going to cost 0 BP again to do the plain hills, but the forest is going to cost 60. So we're quite a ways off considering I think we only have probably 2 if I'm guessing that this is actually, it counts for BP, which I'm guessing counts for, makes bug points. That's at least what I'm guessing. But the only thing we can afford at this point is the plain hills, so let's get back into plain hills. And get back to hunting. Okay. Try to get as many as we can. These two are together. Ladybugs are definitely better, and they only take 2 hits. I'm not even going to try to go for that bee. I know it's going to take at least 3 hits. Okay, so Firefly 7, we add 1.4 BP per minute, and a Ladybug we got 3, which adds another 1.5 BP per minute as well. I don't think we're going to be able to afford anything, so let's just go back and do it again. Start off with getting a Ladybug. Get these 2 right there. That Ladybug again. One of these days I will at least need to try to go for a bee. I have no idea if I got that Ladybug or not. Let's go ahead and see what we're looking at as terms of how much BP we have available. We're looking at 9. Hey, brother, have you noticed every bug you catch generates special bug powder? Oh, it's bug powder, not bug points. The more you have, the more bug powder is generated. Use bug powder to enhance your abilities and travel further. Keep it up. Okay. I'm assuming these are, in fact, the trophies as well. We don't necessarily have to go into a trophy wall, or wall in the back of this cabin is in our trophies. So with Ladybugs, we're looking at 3.5 BP per minute. I've got a total of 7 at the plains. Then we look at the fire. Oh, I can also move these apparently. Okay. But if I take a look at the Fireflies, I'm looking at 4.2 BP per minute, and I've got a total of 21 at the plains. So I'm looking at 14, almost 15 BP. So let's take a look at upgrades. I can actually get a couple. I think we'd go with strength. I think the higher strength I have means that I'll probably be able to go ahead and maybe get Ladybugs in 1 hit, and maybe get bees in 2, maybe 3. I don't actually know if it's 3 at this point in time. I can go ahead and get another one. So I'll go ahead and get that. And then I'm not going to stick around some more to wait for the BP to go back up. Let's go back on the hunt and keep on the plains for another 0 BP. Okay, let's see how much it takes. Oh, 1 for a Ladybug now. It's kind of nice. Let's see how much it takes for a bee. 1 for a bee. Okay, 1 for a bee is good. Means it's a lot stronger. Okay, what is that? What is that? What is that? I was not quick enough. 2 bees, 6 fireflies, and 4 ladybugs. I'm just gonna go back in. Now that I know that thing is gonna go nice and quick, I gotta be on the lookout for it though. No idea what even triggers it. That's a big bee. Okay. 5 fireflies, 4 ladybugs, and 3 bees. Let's go home and see what our current BP count is looking at. So 16, and that number's going up pretty quick. What does our brother have to say? That backyard sure has a lot of bugs. Make sure to gather minis so you can travel to the forest nearby. I'm sure you'll find more bugs there. Okay. By the way, you can turn the lights up on your way out. Use the arrow in the left for the light switch. You can also see how much bug powder you're getting there. Okay. Okay, so my current rate is 17.9 BP per minute, and I do have the lights already up. I found that last time. Let's go ahead and move that trophy over. So with the bees, 4 BP per minute, and I've caught a total of 5. Let's take a look at upgrades. If I wanted to, I can go ahead and get another damage upgrade, but I'm already one-shotting the bees, so I don't necessarily think I need to do that. For now, maybe cooldown reduction, so I can go ahead and get swings in a little bit faster. And it looks like it has expanded as well to more cooldown reduction. But I did just get the 15 bug powder needed, so I'll get some max stamina as well. And then we'll go back on and get to the hunt. I don't have enough BP to go to the forest, so we'll go ahead and continue with the free at the plains. Okay. A little bit faster. These are definitely the ones you want to target, are going to be the high earners. After that, go for the ladybugs. Okay. 6 ladybugs, 5 bees, and 3 fireflies. Not going to go back and buy anything. Let's just go straight into trying to get some more. The ladybugs. But if you can aim for 2, definitely do that instead. Bees. Got those 2. Oh, I should have waited a second. I could have gotten that one with it. Okay, 9 fireflies, 8 ladybugs, and 2 bees. Let's actually see what we're looking at now. So total 35, 36. It is going up quick. We're actually going up at a rate of 32.9 per minute. So let's see what we can afford in terms of upgrades. Cooldown reduction, next one is going to be 200, so we're quite a ways off from that. I will be able to get the max stamina here in a few seconds, so I might as well wait and get that one. Just allows me to stay out there for longer and catch more bugs. So, just got it. And in addition, 125% spawn rate, but costs 500, and then this one costs 200. Pretty sure our next one is kind of leading us to get this 25, or more damage, plus 4 damage for 25. Let's go ahead and X out of that and go back to the hunt. Go back to the plains for 0 BP. Okay. Do want to have that one thing kind of fly by again. That would be kind of nice. See if I can actually get it this time. 3 in that one. Ladybug. Ladybug and a bee. Ladybug and a firefly. Ladybug. Ladybug. Big old bee. It's 5 fireflies, 9 ladybugs, and 5 more bees. I should be able to actually go ahead and afford that next strength increase. So yeah, 40. Let's go back to upgrades, get another damage. And that added as another one up here for another 8. So let's go back to the hunt. at that. Always aim for the bees if you can. I'm not seeing too many bees on this one. There's a few immediately spawn in. Okay. 10 fireflies, 6 ladybugs, or 5 ladybugs, and 6 bees. So let's go ahead and go back home. I should be able to afford another one. Yeah, 56. Let's go back to upgrades. I can go ahead and get this next damage increase. Unlock milestones. That cost 100, and then another 24. So milestones more than likely is going to be the next one we want to get, given the cost of all of these. But I also want to go ahead and save just enough to go ahead and go to the forest, because that's 60. So let's go ahead and do one more of this in the plains, and then we'll probably check out the forest in the next one. Okay. Got a ladybug, a bee. Two ladybugs. This one should pass. There we go. Get that. And we went to that little one. Perfect. Let's see if we can get to the bee. Oh, we got one more bee at the end too. So 12 ladybugs, 5 bees, and a total of 3 fireflies. So let's go back home. Could be at over the 100, but no, we're not. So with that, we'll probably just go ahead and check out the forest and see what that's going to be. Cost 60 BP. Okay, we're looking at some butterflies, it looks like. Maybe some crickets as well. I'm failing horribly at these. Okay, got 2 there. Okay, so 3 butterflies, 3 crickets, 1 spider, and 2 beetles. Okay, so let's go home because I can't actually afford to do this one again. Let's see what I'm getting now with all of these. Let's see what the brother has to say. That forest is quite scary. I don't like spiders. I better wait for you here. Also, there's another arrow on the left for your inventory. I did take a look at that earlier and didn't have anything. Use it to store your trophies in case you don't want them lying around. Okay. So in case I don't want to take a look at all of these trophies, looks like I can actually just throw them inside the inventory. I'll do that if it gets to be too much, or maybe I'll do the highest earners only on the page or something like that. For now, I can go ahead and leave them all out. I'm okay with that. It does look to be all physics-based, though. How do you turn it, though? They're all crooked now, but probably roll them out and then bring them back in. Now they should be all. Just want it to be straight. Just be aligned. Hitting on the bottom can cause it as well. These all somehow have physics. Interesting. Okay, let's put that in there, pull them out. I should be able to just put them like that. Okay, so now let's go back to the upgrades. I dawdled enough to be able to actually afford another one. So let's go ahead and get the milestones, see what that actually unlocks. They get an achievement with that as well for unlock milestones. So let's see what those are. Firefly Novice, catch 10, reward 50 BP. Let's go ahead and claim that. There's a Ladybug Novice for another 53.5 BP. Go ahead and claim that. And a Bee Novice for a 61 BP for catching 10 of those. So it looks like for these, you catch 10 and you go ahead and get a BP award, at least for the novice ones. And there's specialists for catching 100. And then there's experts for catching 1,000. And then there is total bug catches 10,000 and total bug catches for 100,000. that's going to be pretty crazy if you can actually catch that many. But in the meantime, I did also get another 300 because I was able to claim those. So do we want to do the cooldown reduction, max stamina? We can't afford the damage at this point, so I think we'll do cooldown reduction, which unlock 2 more. We have the cursor size, and then we have the cooldown reduction. This one costs 500, this one costs 1,000. Given the fact, I think the next one we're going to want to go ahead and afford is going to be this max stamina for 200, which, again, if we just wait a few seconds, we could afford it, but I don't want to wait. Let's actually go to the forest again and pick up some more butterflies and whatnot. Okay, butterfly. Make sure I'm getting the spiders as well. Got whatever that thing flying by was. I missed those. Got the cricket, butterfly, cricket. Missed that cricket, but I got another butterfly. Got cricket at the end. So butterflies 4 for another 8 BP per minute. Spider 2 for another 5 BP per minute. 1 beetle for 4. So beetles give quite a bit for 4 for just 1. Let's go ahead and go again. Right off the bat, get a butterfly, get another butterfly, get another butterfly, get the beetle, spider, spider. And make sure I definitely target those beetles anytime that those are on screen if those give that much. Yeah, I'm already at 12 with those. Let's go back home. No new trophies, but what's the brother have to say? Wow, what are those? Milestones. Oh wow, bug hunting is more sophisticated than I imagined. I know you're going to go have to be a great bug hunter. I believe in you. Wasn't that nice? And let's see, I did actually manage to get the butterfly novice. Let's go ahead and claim that for another 73.8 BP. And let's see what upgrades we can afford now. I think we did mention that this max stamina was one that we were going to go ahead and go for 200. Now it looks like 500, 500, 500, 1K, and 500. I think I'm going to go ahead and try to go for the cursor size and then go for the 125% spawn rate. Cursor just so I can catch more things, and then spawn rate just so that I'm getting more available to me to actually even catch. So with that, let's take a look and see. So I definitely don't have 800 BP to go ahead and go to the swamp, so we're going to go ahead and continue with the forest. Eventually I am going to want to go back to the plains and see if I can catch that one random bug that was flying by. I'm assuming that was some sort of actually I don't even know what it was. It was some sort of Firefly. If the game name is anything to indicate. Okay, so butterflies 6, crickets 2, spiders 3, and beetles 2. So let's go ahead and go home. I believe... nope, no more. So I need 2 more crickets, 1 more spider, and 2 more beetles in order to get those ones. So let's go ahead and go back. But I'm still 200 off from doing an upgrade, so let's go hunt. And I did mention I want to go back to the plains. Let's go ahead and go back here real quick. Let's see if that thing will randomly spawn or how long. Meantime, let's just catch everything we can. The more I have just means the more I'm going to make in the background. Hasn't spawned in yet. Must be an incredibly rare spawn in. Now let's go ahead and go again. Okay, get another bee here, another bee there. Let's get these 2 ladybugs. Ladybug and bee, or firefly. We got another bee. Oh, one of each right there. Two, 3. 2 right there. Another 2 right there. You can find a Firefly just to end it out. Let's go ahead and go home to see what we're currently making. Let's open up this top shelf where we're making 195 BP per minute, which is a good amount. Let's go ahead and go to upgrades. I now have enough to go ahead and get the cursor size. Let's go ahead and purchase that. The next cursor size upgrade is going to cost 9k, so we are quite a ways off from that. So I will go ahead and stick true with getting the spawn rate next. Let's go back to the hunt. So let's go to the forest here, see if I can make a little bit more. Okay. And I swing and a miss. Get the spider. Get the beetle. Spider. Cricket. Beetle. The cursor size actually has increased a little bit, so not really taking advantage of it right now, but it is bigger. So we got the 2 crickets and the 2 beetles and 3 spiders, so actually if we go home we should be able to claim a couple more milestones, I'm guessing. So if we come in here, we can claim all 3 of these, so for 93, 197, and 181. So it brought us quite high, which means we can go ahead and get the spawn rate as well. The next spawn rate is going to be 2k, so we're quite a ways off. We'll probably go ahead and get the max stamina because we're still one-hitting or catching things in one swing at this point, so I don't think we need to increase the damage until we probably go to the swamp or maybe even after that. So let's go ahead and go back onto the hunt and go to the forest. Okay. It's cricket and a butterfly. 2 crickets there. Cricket. Swing and a miss. Got a butterfly there. A beetle. Beetle. Spider. Okay. 1 spider, 2 beetles, 4 crickets, and 6 butterflies. Let's go ahead and go home. Don't think we can actually afford anything, but just want to double check. So we're looking at 300 and 255.5 per minute. 500, 500. Yep, can't afford anything. Let's go ahead and go back to the hunt. Go back to the forest. Okay, get that one right there. Get those 2. Get the spider. Get that cricket. Cricket. Beetle. A couple other things. I think I got that cricket. Got that cricket. Spider. Cricket. Okay, so 1 beetle, 5 crickets, 3 spiders, and 5 butterflies. Let's go ahead and go home. I should probably have enough to go ahead and upgrade. I do. So let's do the max stamina. So the next couple are going to be 1k for stamina regen, 1k for stamina regen, and then 150 max stamina for 8k. So again, I don't necessarily know if we need to aim for this damage. We are getting everything in one shot, so I'll probably avoid this until I actually need it and focus on spending it on this cooldown reduction and probably the +1 stamina regen on hit as well. So let's go back to the hunt and go back to the forest. Okay. Got the butterfly, cricket, good spider, spider, beetle, cricket, another beetle, cricket, beetle and a butterfly, cricket, I swing and a miss, butterfly, spider, cricket, cricket. Okay, it's 5 butterflies, 6 crickets, 3 spiders, and 3 beetles. Let's go ahead and let's just do it again. I don't think we have enough to buy anything at this point. Okay. Got a beetle, spider, cricket, spider, butterfly, cricket, beetle, spider, butterflies, Butterflies. Cricket. Spider. Crickets. Crickets. Spider. And that last thing was flying in at the last minute as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and go home. 500. So with that, I can... Yeah, I'm not going to buy that. I'm going to exit out of this. Go on the hunt. This one costs 800. We're going to go back to the plains. Get another ladybug and then a bee. 2 fireflies. Oh, dang it. It wasn't quick. It didn't... I had just clicked and it didn't cool down in time for me to actually get that thing. Probably only once per round too. Or I should say once per session. Who knows, maybe it will come back, I don't know. I doubt it. But let's go ahead and go once more and see if it'll come back. Okay, get a couple there. That one. That one. Get this bee and a couple of fireflies. Those 2 fireflies. That bee. That bee. Those 2. Those 2. Those 2. 3. Okay. Another ladybug. Ladybug. And then those 2 fireflies. Those 2. Another couple of fireflies. A couple more fireflies. A bee. A ladybug and a firefly. Let's go ahead and go once more. Part of me wants to just wait and see if it'll actually spawn. But it will eventually spawn. And I will eventually get lucky enough, hopefully. Lots of time, lots of time. And we're out of time. Okay, let's go home. See where we are after those few couple runs. 1.8k. So that puts us out at some upgrade availability. None down here, but I can go ahead and get the 1 stamina regen on hit. I will go ahead and get that. And I will shortly be able to get another upgrade. I'll just wait a few more seconds. With that background BP generation, get me up to 1k again, and I can go ahead and get another one. Next one is going to cost 8k. Don't need that anytime soon. 10k, won't be anywhere near that anytime soon. 8k for 150 max stamina, or 150, yeah, max stamina. 175% spawn rate for 2k, won't be getting that. And a 0.2 cooldown reduction. That one I may want to get next, just to have that ability in case that sparkly thing comes by again. With that, I don't think there's any other milestones. I think, oh, I can. So Firefly Specialist, catch 100. I can claim 500 BP for that. That's good. And then Ladybug Specialist, I can also claim 535 from that one. So that one actually brought me back up to 1.4, which I believe allows me to get... Was it? No. Okay, close. We're at 2k for that one. So I believe that is going to be the next upgrade we want. It's going to be 2k. Unless I just bite the bullet, get the damage upgrade, and see what else is after this one. That's all damage related, so plus 30 damage for 8k, critical damage for 1k, or 5% critical chance for 1k. And I don't necessarily need the damage at this point, so I'm going to go ahead and avoid those and go back onto the hunt. I do have enough to go to the swamp, so let's go ahead and take a look and see what that's looking like. And right off the bat, we already have some probably mosquitoes. And some things flying by quickly as well. And can I finally get this? Nope. Need better hand-eye coordination to do that. And that's something I don't necessarily have. Oh, and it came by twice. And I missed it twice. So let's go back home, because I can't afford it. See what else things decide to show up. That swamp does stink. Nice bugs though. Show me what you got. By the way, I heard they were giving recognition to hunters in the desert. See if we can make it there. Okay. But I get these two here, which is a leech bug, and I also got the mosquito. Yeah, sounds about right. From there, don't need anything on the upgrades, but I did get enough 800 VP to go back to the swamp again. Okay. Mosquito. I just don't have the coordination for that one. Eventually I'll get it though. And I missed it twice. Wait, nope. I got it that time. Hey. It's a first fairy. Okay, they're fairies. Interesting. So 5 mosquitoes, 4 glowflies, 1 leech bug, 1 fairy, and a water strider. So let's go home. Fairies have to probably be something unique. Oh, so it's its own currency type. Interesting. A real fairy. Not many hunters would be able to grab those. Make sure to grab as many of those as you can. They drop fairy coins so you can get even stronger. Interesting. Okay. Use physics to my benefit, apparently. Okay, let's take a look. What can I afford? Let's see if there's any new upgrades that appeared with that new currency type. Okay, right here. Prestige to... Oh, so you have to prestige to go ahead and spend the fairy coins. I'm not going to prestige yet. I'll probably prestige once I get to a point where I'm nearing... I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't know how far this game goes, so let's wait off on prestiging though. And instead, I will go ahead and save my money. And in the meantime, we will go ahead and go back into the hunt and go back to the swamp. Okay. Get as much as you can. Hey, I got another fairy. Missed that one. Got 3 bugs there. Okay, so another 7 mosquitoes, 3 leech bugs, 6 glowflies. So let's go home. I already have the 800 BP, so I could have stayed there if I wanted to, but didn't feel like it. 1.5k. And we're currently making 1.1k per minute as well. Okay. Yeah, I think we're looking good. So with that, I don't necessarily need to buy any upgrades. So let's go back to the hunt. We'll check and see how much the cave cost. It does take 7k, so definitely not there yet. So let's go back to the swamp. Ooh, I thought that thing was going to continue going. We got the glow bugs, mosquito. I missed another fairy. Okay. Get some glow bugs. Let's go ahead and just continue another one here. Okay. Miss those. Okay, got that. Oh, I clicked off screen. I may have been able to get that last one. Let's go ahead and just continue. See how much BP I can rack up before I need to go do another upgrade. I got that fairy that time. Okay. Again, I shouldn't be necessarily targeting the fairies as well, because they're more of a prestige thing. I don't necessarily know even when I'm going to prestige. Let's go home now. So I'm looking at 3 of the fairy points, 2k, so now I can actually upgrade. Do I want to go ahead and get the cooldown reduction? Okay, let's get the cooldown reduction. And then from here, I cannot actually afford anything anymore. I can get the critical chance, but don't necessarily think I need to. I'm still catching things in one shot, so let's go ahead and go back to the hunt and continue with the swamp. I'm at least now at a point where I'm making enough every round to be able to go back into the swamp each time, so that means that my earnings have definitely increased. Okay, got that one. Those 2 right there. Got another bug there, another bug there, another bug there. Okay. And of course the fairy shows up at the last minute. Let's just continue again. Okay. 1 there. 2 there. 3 there. I like how I'm getting all happy with getting 3. I have a feeling at the end of this we'll be catching quite a bit, especially if the spawn rate increases, and if we can continue to increase this cursor size as well. I have a feeling that's going to get quite, or has the potential of getting quite large. Let's go ahead and go back home. We're currently at 2.7k, and we're currently at a rate of 2.3k per minute as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at upgrades. Upgrades we can afford are the critical chance ones. These are already purchased. That's 8k, 10k, 8k. I can get the spawn rate now, so let's go ahead and purchase that. So now we're at 175% spawn rate, and we can go up to 250% spawn rate, but that's going to take another 20k BP, which I do not have access to. I'm going to hold off on doing these spawn chance ones. And again, I don't know, maybe it wants me to get those and it's going to reveal something else. But it didn't, it just revealed more critical damage related things. Okay. So let's go ahead and exit out of that. And I do have just enough to go back into the swamp. So let's go back into that. Okay. Let's get that. Get those 2 there. Yeah, got 3 there. Lucky. Got 2 more. 2 more. I got another one. Or a fairy, I should say. 2 more. 2 more bugs. 2 more bugs. If I waited a second, I could have gotten a 3rd one potentially there. I got 3 there as well. Okay. So these go flies, 13 for another 120 or 182 per minute. Leech bugs for 48 per minute. Mosquitoes plus 80 per minute. Water striders plus 63 per minute, and another fairy as well. Let's go ahead and go back. We're looking at 2.3. Let's take a look at upgrades. I do not believe I can afford anything, so we're looking at 6k, 6k, 8k, 8k, 10k, 8k, 20k, 4k, and 9k. So it looks like 4k is going to be the next one I can actually afford. But yeah, I can't afford it now. I think I'm also going to go ahead and take a quick little bio break, head over to the restroom, and then I should be right back. Let me go ahead and put up a quick 5-minute timer, And yeah, just let me put up a quick 5-minute timer, just so people will know when I'll be back, and let the game run in the background just so I can accumulate a whole bunch of BP. So I will be back in a few minutes. I'm sorry for the delay. I decided to go ahead and also make a little bit of coffee. I have some water boiling right now, so I may need to leave here in a second again. But while that's getting ready to go, I think we're ready to do another one. I got quite a bit of BP while I was away, so we're looking at 20k. So let's go ahead and take a look at the upgrades and see what we can even afford. We could get some stamina regen. We can get some stamina regen, max stamina, increase the spawn rate, or do the cooldown reduction, or cursor size. I think let's go ahead and do the cursor size, and then maybe cooldown reduction as well. And we can still afford a little bit more, so let's do the max stamina. Okay, so with that, take a look. And unfortunately, I can actually hear my water just about done. And I forgot to take the note off there, so I went ahead and made sure to take the note off. But I will be right back one more time, unfortunately. Should be less though, so let me go ahead and actually update the timer to properly reflect the correct time that we're looking at here. Not gonna be that. We'll be looking at probably 2 minutes. That's not working. Let me stretch this out so I can actually see a little bit more. Okay. I believe this is the correct timer. Yeah, we'll be back in 2 minutes. I will be back here shortly. And I'm back. Sorry about that. I do have coffee now, and I have water. I went to the restroom, so should not be needing any more breaks for a little bit of time. So let me go ahead and remove that timer. And we should be able to go ahead and get back into the game. Let me just verify sound is sounding okay. Yep, sounds like it's okay. So let's take a look at upgrades, see if we can get anything else by waiting this little bit of time. If I wanted to, I can get some additional cooldown reduction, or I can get some stamina regen. I'm not going to worry about any of these critical damages, so... And that does sound quite loud, so let me turn that game capture down. And then go ahead and get this cooldown reduction. And let's go back to hunt. And go to the swamp. Okay, got 2 more. That cursor size got quite a bit bigger. Okay. Get some more. That one stopped. It's always nice. 3 there. 2 more there. Okay. Actually, it doesn't even sound like I can hear the game now. So let me go ahead and turn that back up. Okay, we can go home. Okay. Alright, so I can't get any upgrades, so let's just go ahead and go straight into the hunt then. And turn right there. And go swamp, and for 800. Yeah, I think that sounds better on the game too. Alrighty, 10 mosquitoes, 20 glowflies, and 6 leech bugs. Let's go home. See if we can afford anything. Just about 10k. I think there were a couple things under 10k here. Or 10k, at least at this point. If I want to, I can get 1.5 stamina regen on hit. Can't get anything with the cursor size. That's got to cost 50k. I can do the cooldown reduction. That's 200k. Spawn rate's 20k. Another 250 max stamina is 30k. So I can either get the 0.08 stamina regen per second or 1.5 stamina regen on hit. I'm going to go for the cheaper one now. Hopefully it just means I can actually afford that one next time as well. Let's go back to the hunt. This, how much did it cost? 7k? So should be able to actually afford that one next time. And I'll also double check the milestones after the next round. Okay. I can't believe I missed the ferry. I'm upset with myself. Should not have missed the ferry. Can get quite a few more. I think I was 5 right there. So again, I was all excited about getting 3, and I think I got 5 in one. 16 glowflies, 10 mosquitoes, 1 fairy, 1 water strider, and 8 leech bugs. So let's go ahead and go home. Yep. Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's take a look at the milestones. Do we have anything to claim here? We do. We have a Mosquito Novice, so let's go ahead and claim that. We have a Glowfly Novice. Let's go ahead and claim that. And we also have the Leech Bug Novice. Let's go ahead and claim that. And let's go ahead and go back. And can we forward any upgrades? As we can. We can go ahead and get the 1.5 stamina regen on hit for 10k. So let's go ahead and purchase that. That has unlocked the one, or over here, it has unlocked the 2 plus 2.5 stamina regen on hit for 400k. We are quite a ways off from that, so I think we'll go ahead and just go right back into the hunt and take a look at the swamp again. Okay. Perfect. Got some 2 there. Got 2 more bugs there. Get those ones. Got a nice little cluster there. And let's see if I can actually hit the fairy this time when it shows up instead of missing it like I have every other time for the most part. Should have a lot more fairy points that I'm racked up at this point. But yeah, just did not do very good there. Let's get some more here. Continue. Whiff there. Mosquito. Get those 2. Get that one. Get some more. 2 more. Okay. Another 15, 10, 2, and 8. Let's go ahead and go home. What else do we have? What else do we have? Milestones. I don't think we're going to be anywhere close to getting any of these other... Actually, we did. So we got the water strider. So we'll go ahead and claim that for 2.1k of the BP, which is the bug powder. And then we're still missing... Yeah, see, considering how much higher this one up is, I should have gotten a lot more of these fairies at this point, but... I just missed so many of them during those earlier sessions, earlier games. Okay, I also have gotten the Glowfly Specialist, so let's go ahead and claim that. I don't think there's anything else, so let's go ahead and exit out of there. That has put me at 14.8k. So let's see what we can afford in terms of upgrades. I'm catching everything on 1 hit, so I don't necessarily think I need to worry about any of these damages yet again. And nothing else I can actually get, so let's exit out of there, go back to the hunt. I do have enough to finally be able to take a look at the cave, so let's go ahead and go into there for the first time. And see what I'm getting now. Things are flying off the screen. Okay, now I'm not actually getting these things now, so I will actually need to get those upgrades. These things are taking at least... definitely more than 1 hit. Okay, so we got 4 Moltics, 3 Bat Mites, and 1 Crystal Beetle. Let's go ahead and go back and see where those show up to those. Okay, what does the brother have to say? That place gives me the chills. I couldn't do what you do, brother. I'm happy to be your brother. Always have. Anyways, go hunting. Or good hunting. Okay. At least he's being friendly about it, not, dismissing it entirely. From here, we have the mosquitoes. We also have the leech bugs, and we have the beetles. Okay, I think I'll have to wait a little bit before I get those other ones to show up. I am currently making 5.9k BP per minute as well. I don't think there's going to be anything on the milestones. I definitely didn't get enough to actually trigger anything there. And as far as the upgrades are concerned, I could go ahead and get some of these damage upgrades to see if I can actually, get those in one shot instead of having to wait as well. So let's go ahead and get the higher critical chance. And with that, I believe we cannot afford anything else. So let's exit out of there, go back to the hunt. It has unlocked the desert, but the desert is going to cost 60k BP, which I only have 4.6, so nowhere near that. The cave is also going to cost 7k, and I'm not near that either, so let's go back to the swamp. Good hunting. Okay. Okay, get some more there. I got a nice little chunk. Nice amount there. Make sure I have the cooldown reduction. It's a lot better now, so hopefully when that fairy shows up, I can actually catch it like that. Yes, I got it. the fairy point. Only 5 more in order to hit that milestone, or 4 more to hit that milestone. Okay, so 8 mosquitoes, 23 glowflies, 6 leech bugs, 1 fairy, and 1 strider. Don't think that's actually going to count for anything, so let's just go ahead and do this one more. Okay. Okay, get some more of those. Okay, get that one, get that, get that, get that one. Alrighty, got it. Get that one. Get the water strider, glow bugs. Oh, missed the mosquito at the end. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and go home. See if that actually got us any milestones. Only need 10 for these beginner ones anyways. So do we get any new ones? It does not appear so, but we can go ahead and see where we're looking. So for these new ones, we're looking at the crystal beetle. I need 9 more. For the bat mites, I need 7 more. For the multics, I need 6 more. And the water strider, I've already claimed that one. So I need to actually start targeting the multics, the bat mites, and the crystal beetles on the that next one. Then we go a little bit further down. We have the bee specialist, the butterfly specialist. Yeah, those are on the other map, so I don't think we'll be going back over those anytime. Let's go ahead and take a look at upgrades, and I can go ahead and get the critical damage, so let's go ahead and get that one. And then exit out, and then I believe we can go ahead and afford to get to the caves again. So let's take a look at that one. Hopefully we can get these in one swing now instead of needing to spend 2. And it does look like we can get them in one swing, so those upgrades definitely mattered. Okay, get some more. Got 2 there. Got that one. 2 more there. 2 more there. 1 more. We've got 3 there. So I got 9 multics, 15 cave crickets, and 1 bat mite. So let's go ahead and go home and see what that is going to net us at this point. So if we come over here to the milestones, I believe that is actually going to trigger a couple of milestones. We got the multic one, so that gives us an extra 3.8k of the bug powder. And then that also got us the cave cricket, so we can go ahead and get another of that. So that's going to get us 29.4k of the bug powder, which is always good. And then we also got the mosquito specialist, so that's going to get us 2.7k. And I don't believe there's anything else we can go ahead and acquire. So let's go ahead and exit out of there. That did give us 57.2k, so we can afford a few more upgrades now as well. One thing I definitely want to get is going to be this cursor size. We started with the plus 25%, then 50%. So now we're going to go up to 100% cursor size, and the next one's going to be 150% cursor size, but that's also going to cost us 80 billion. That's way... That one I may want to actually prestige before I get up to that point, but I want to make sure I at least get 10 of these fairy points to get that first milestone before I want to prestige. I don't think I can afford anything else. So let's go ahead and exit out of there. I do have the 7k necessary to be able to go back to the caves, so let's go ahead and do that. And that cursor size definitely got a little bit bigger there again. Hopefully that means I can actually catch some of these things. Catch a few more in one shot at least. Okay, 2 more there, 2 more there. Oop, missed that one. Okay. So what do we get here? We got 17 cave crickets, 9 more multics, 2 crystal beetles, and 1 bat mite. Let's just go ahead and do it one more time. Okay. Okay, I am getting those for 1 as well. Actually, no, I'm not getting those for 1. I got another fairy point. I think I'm only getting those cave crystal ones if I get a crit on them or something, so I gotta make sure when I go for these I do them twice. Unlike everything else on here, I can do just once. Alrighty, so we got 9 Multics, 2 Batmites. Uh, Thank you, Jordan. I'll go ahead and take a look at that. We also have 3 Crystal Beetles and 1 Fairy. Let's go ahead and go home. And take a look at the milestones. Do we get anything new? Nothing claim, or nothing new to claim. Nothing new to claim. And nothing new to claim. So let's go ahead and go back. We are looking at 20k, so we might be able to go ahead and afford an upgrade. We can go ahead and get the spawn rate increase. So I think that is what we're going to go ahead and get this time. 250% spawning rate, which just means more things on the screen. Okay, let's go ahead and go back. And let's go ahead and go back to hunting. Let's wait a second so we make sure to have 7k necessary to go back to the caves. Okay. Get those two. And make sure to get that fairy point. Okay. Only got one of those crystals. That one I got though. That one was a crit. Or another one for a crit. Alrighty. So that got me 5 of the Crystal Beetles, 1 another Fairy, 7 Multics, 2 Batmites, and 24 Cave Crickets. Let's go ahead and go back home. Don't think I'm actually going to get anything new. Oh, I did. So I did get the Crystal Beetle, the Novice reward. So it's 14.4k. And I don't think there's anything else to go ahead and get. Let's go ahead and take a look at the upgrades, which I can now afford at least 1 or possibly 2. Looks like only 1, which is going to be another max stamina. Let's go ahead and get that and then exit out. I do still have at least 7k, so I can go ahead and go back into the caves. This desert's going to cost 60, so I may do that next round. Let's stick with the caves here for another couple rounds at least. Okay, did get the fairy at the last second. Get this another crystal beetle. Another fairy. Two more there. 3 more there. 2 more there. Okay, I got that one with the critical. This one's gonna need 2. 2 on that one. 2 on that one. Okay. Alrighty, not bad. So 28 cave crickets, 12 multics, 7 crystal beetles, 2 fairies, and 3 batmites. Let's go ahead and go home. I think I've gotten 3 or 4 new of the fairies, so I should be getting at least close to being able to claim that one. Oh, I do. And that gives me an additional 5 of the fairy points as well. So that's going to be a good one. I did get the Batmite Novice as well, so let's go ahead and claim that. And then it looks like I am only looking at the hundreds until I go to the next area. Or no, it just looks like it's only hundreds and thousands. Unless I just don't see the next one until I actually unlock the area. But we'll figure that one out in a few seconds here, once I actually go to that one, hopefully. Is there any upgrades I want to go ahead and get? Nothing I can afford on those sides. Nothing. Actually, there's nothing I can afford here. So in that case, let's go ahead and just go back to the hunt and go back to the cave. Okay. Get as much as I can as I swing and a miss. Okay. That one took 2. I'll have to see what the cost for another strength upgrade is. See if I can start getting at least those crystal things in one hit before I go to the next area. Okay, get that. Not bad. 14 Multics, 28 Cave Crickets, 2 Bat Mites, 4 Crystal Beetles, and 1 Fairy as well. So let's go ahead and go back home. And we're looking at 75, 76. We have quite a bit of BP here now, so let's see if we can afford another upgrade. So let's see what all these upgrades are costing now. So 300k, 300k, 400k, 300k, 400k, 10 million. That's going to be way off. That's another 200k, 200k, and then 80 billion at that point. Can't afford any of those. Do we have any of the milestones we can claim? I don't believe there's going to be anything we can claim here. Ah, there is actually. We can go ahead and claim the Cave Cricket Specialist, which gives us 294.5k. That's quite a bit. That also gave me an achievement for over 100k BP. Pretty cool. So let's go ahead and exit out of there. But that did give me over 200, so I can actually afford a few more upgrades. Can do this plus 80 damage. Let's go ahead and take a look at that and see if I'm finally able to one-hit these the crystal beetles. Let's give it another second here so that I can get up to the 7k and go into the caves. Okay. There's crystal beetle, and it was a one-shot. We don't know if that was a crit or not though, so we'll have to get a couple more. There's another one. Okay. Wow, those are just swings and a miss for some reason. Yeah, I think I can confidently say that I can get the crystal beetles in one shot now, which is pretty nice. Okay. Perfect. It's almost better to stay down here on the bottom on this map, because they all like to jump up from the bottom and then they come down. Sometimes you can get a good little cluster of them. So let's just go ahead and do it again. Yeah, sometimes I hear it. I just like the thwacking noise that it occurs just is quite loud, and you hear a whole bunch of them get hit. So, oh, it juked me. And that is the reason why I generally do not play shooter games. I got that one though. Alrighty, 23 crickets, 8 multics, 5 bat mites, and another 6 crystal beetles. Let's go ahead and go home. Don't have enough to do anything upgrades. Do I have any? Oh, brother wants to come back. Hey there, glad to see you home. If you don't mind, can you turn the lights up? I'm working on something here. Okay, I'm pretty sure I already have the lights up to max, but I'll double check that. Nothing I can do there. Yeah, the lights are already up to max, so I don't really know what he's talking about at this point. With that, I believe I do have enough to go to the desert, so let's take a look at that and see what it looks like. Yep, got an achievement for getting to the desert, and these do cost 2 to hit now. Oh, or even 3 potentially. Potentially 3 now. Or more for some of these. Yeah. Red beetle down there. Okay, still caught a pretty decent amount. So 12 mirage beetles, 39 sand roaches, 6 heat wasps, and 2 scorpionets. Let's go ahead and go home and see what those are netting me. Kind of whatever this is. Ah, the desert. You made it. That means take a look around. We got a package this morning. What package? There's nothing in the inventory. Unless I need to start putting some of these things away. Is that what I need to do? Keep the fairies out. Let's put everything else away. Wonder if I had all the spots full, so that's why things weren't spawning in. I have no idea what this thing does. I can put it on top of the mantle. Okay, interesting. Let's check out milestones. Did I get to claim anything? I do. I get to claim the Mirage Beetle. Get to claim the Sand Roach. And that is it for those two. And nothing else to claim down below. Fairy is the next... Oh, wow. Next one for the fairy is going to be 1,000. Unless there's 101 up here. Which... Yeah, there is. Okay. I only am at 12, so... Okay. Let's go ahead and go back into upgrades. I have 4,200. I should be able to afford a couple of things. That's 1,000 billion. Or, yeah, 1,000 billion. That's ridiculous. Isn't that just a trillion? No. 10 trillion. 1,000 billion equals 10 trillion. I don't know. It's a lot though. So 300k, 300k. I can go ahead and get the stamina regen if I want, or let's do the spawn rate again. And then we can do the cooldown reduction and enables auto catching. Yeah, let's get that, see what happens there. And then go back to hunt. I can't afford to go back to the desert, so let's go back to the caves. Oh, so it just means I don't have to click. It just automatically happens. Okay. I don't mind that. Say it's my mouse. My problem is I can't time when it goes off now. Eh. Given how many bugs are on the screen, though, I don't think it really matters too much. So, 38 cave crickets. Yeah, don't think it matters too much. So let's go back home. And I can't afford anything on the upgrades. So, actually, let's go to the upgrades. Let's finally see what this prestige is all about. Prestige will reset your progress, but you'll be able to spend your fairy coins for permanent upgrades. I do have 17. I'm just curious on what it actually takes, what it looks like, and what's there. So what is here? There is BP generation is times 1.5. That is the first thing I can get. Fairy spawn is up 150%. Or I can get the times 2 generation per 100 bugs. BP generation is times 3. Or keep 10% BP on prestige. What's this over on here? Keep unlocked locations on prestige. Okay. Can't afford that. Let's see if I want to what I want to maximize. Let's do the fairy spawn rate just so I can get more of those. Fairies give 2 coins. That may be good. Let's also do BP generation. Then fairies give 2 coins. BP generation times 9. And that is all the points. So let's go ahead and click done. And another achievement for prestige for the first time. Amazing, your first prestige. I've seen those are the best upgrades. Keep at it, bro. You'll be the best in no time. Okay. Again, at least the brother's nice. So with that, I don't believe I actually have access to anything. All the upgrades are reset. I don't have any money, so the only thing I can do is go and directly to the plains and start hunting again. And my mouse cursor is again small. Oh, and I forgot it takes multiple hits for the bees. Okay. How many hits for the ladybugs? It's gonna be 2, I believe. Okay. Okay. Let's get this ladybug. Okay, 7 fireflies and 1 ladybug. Let's just go home. Okay, what are we looking at as far as upgrades? Yeah, we're looking at 5, 15, and 20. Okay. Go back to hunt, go back to the plains. Okay. Ideally, I think the first one I want to get is going to be the strength upgrade, just so it takes one shot to at least get the ladybugs. That way I can get more of those. Haven't got a single bee yet. So let's... Firefly is plus 16.2 BP, 2 ladybugs. Gives me plus 9 BP. Let's go home. I think I should be able to afford at least one upgrade. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get the cooldown reduction and the damage. And don't need the max stamina yet. Let's go back to hunting. Forest takes 60, so let's go back to the plains. Okay, and with that damage increase, I should be at least able to get the ladybugs in one shot now, and I can. Perfect. Get a little twofer there. I can get these in 2 shots now, so I can at least start getting some bees. Let's just do it again. And then after this one, I'll go ahead and get some more upgrades. Yeah, because I gotta remember my BP generation is also increased. I'm at a ×8 BP generation. I should be getting a lot more now. But these things don't necessarily generate that much, so... So I got Ladybug 4 for an additional 18, Firefly 5 for additional 9, and then a bee 1 for an additional 7.2. So let's go ahead and go home, take a look. Okay. Yeah, so that's definitely got up. I'm already looking at over 100, so let's take a look at the upgrades. I can get the max stamina. Let's get the damage. This allows me to get the bees in one hit. Get the next one as well. That'll at least allow me to get the... what is after the bees. That's the next round. So this allows me to get the, yeah, so I should, yeah, thinking be able to at least get the tier 2 bugs in the second area in one shot. I don't know if I'll get the tier 3 bugs in the next area in one shot. And then we come down here. I could go ahead and get some max stamina again. And then I believe everything is red, which means I cannot acquire anything else. And the next prestige is going to cost me 1 million, so that's going to be quite a ways away. Let's go ahead and exit out of there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the hunt, and the forest takes 60, so if I wait a few seconds here, I will be able to go ahead and afford to go to the forest, which is going to be a much better choice considering the bugs that I get from there are a lot more. And I am right, I was able to at least get the butterflies for 1. Can I get the spiders for 1? I can. Okay, the butterfly, spider. I think the crickets, unfortunately, are going to be 2. These beetles, the beetles are 1 as well. Okay, so the cricket I got for 1, the beetle I got for 1, spider, and butterfly. Let's see what that increases my my numbers to at this point. I don't know what just happened. It seems to... Okay, it just went down there. Interesting. Okay, I'm just going to close that. Let's go back to the upgrades, as I should may be able to afford one. Actually, I cannot. Actually, I can. I can unlock the milestones again. And then the damage, that's going to be 500, 200, 500, and 200. So I got to wait till I have 200 to unlock anything, or I can go in here. So the Firefly Novice, this... Oh, the milestones increased their award cost as well. Or award, yeah, the award values. I was only getting like 10 or 100 for that, so now I'm getting 1,000, so claim that, claim that. And I don't think there's anything else for me to claim at the moment, but that did bring me up to 2.3k in terms of upgrade BP points. So let's do the cooldown reduction, let's do spawn rate, let's go ahead and do cursor size, and let's go ahead and do damage. And then one more of the max stamina, as well as another one of the max staminas. So let's double check and see what the remaining cost of everything is. We're looking at 1K, 1K, 8K, 1K, 1K, 8K, 2K, 1K, and 9K. So I will need to go ahead and get quite a bit more, but I believe I can go ahead and... No, I cannot go to the swamp, but I can go back to the forest. Okay. I can get these butterflies, get the crickets. Need to increase the cooldown reduction so I can get these crickets actually. As well as the spiders. Firefly, or butterflies. I will say though, this is a pretty chill, peaceful game though, just like the description said. I am enjoying it thoroughly at this point in time. I would recommend it to anyone that wants to take a look at it on Steam. I believe there is a, I don't know if the link is active, but there is, you know, something you can at least highlight and copy from the description. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look. So tired, you got it. We got 9 butterflies, we got 5 crickets, 1 spider, and 1 beetle. So let's go ahead and go home. Alrighty, we're looking at 600. I think we're looking at 1K, if not 2K and above, so I don't think we can actually afford anything in terms of the upgrades. Let's see if we got anything in milestones. We did. So that's going to give us 1.5 for the butterflies. And this may actually be worthwhile to go back to the first area and get some more bees and get that that milestone as well, just for the extra money. So let's go ahead and click on that. Click on those two. Of course, I need the bees to... Okay, there's a bee. There's a bee. There's ladybug. Oh, there's a bee. Ladybug. We got a firefly. Ladybug. 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 Get this bee. And okay, getting a couple bees. Don't know if I'll have enough to get the milestone, but we'll double check when we're at the end of this one. Okay, yep, B is 10, which means we definitely hit the milestone there. So let's go ahead and go back. Take a look at the milestone and go ahead and claim that. And then I believe if we wanted to, we can stay there for a while, but I think I want to go ahead and do some upgrades to increase the spawn rate. And then we'll go ahead and do the cooldown reduction as well. I don't need to worry about the critical chance yet, but I will go ahead and get the stamina regen on hit. Exit out of there, go hunt, and I really think we're actually going to take a look at the swamp. We just managed to get 800 BP, so we have just enough to take a look at that. Okay. I do have just enough strength to be able to take some of these out. My thing wasn't ready in order to get that fairy, unfortunately. I do appear to have just enough strength to be able to take this stuff out as well. So I got 7 glowflies, 5 mosquitoes, and 3 leech bugs. I do not have enough BP in order to do this one again, so let's just go ahead and go back home. Take a look at the upgrades. What can we afford? A whole lot of nothing. So did we get any prestiges? I know we didn't because we need at least 10. So let's go ahead and go back and hunt, but we did get enough to go ahead and go back there. Okay, get that. Get another glow bug. Looks like a mosquito. There's several glow bugs there. I wish I had the cooldown ready to be able to get all of those that were in that cluster. Got 3. Okay, another glow. Mosquito. Okay, so we got 6 mosquitoes, 7 glow bugs, and 5 leech. I believe that at least got us 1 milestone. So going back. Yep, got us 2 actually. And we got the glowfly and we got the mosquitoes. So let's claim that one and claim that one. Gave us another, what was that, 13. 14,000, neither 14,000 BP available. So let's go ahead and click out of that. And then let's go ahead and go into the upgrades. And what do we want to buy? I do want to get the cursor size. And let's go ahead and get the cooldown reduction. And let's go ahead and get the stamina. And do I want to do the crit chances? No, I'll hold off on the crit chances for now. I'll save my BP so that I can go ahead and take a look. I think the caves cost 7, so I can't afford that, but I can do the swamp again. Okay. So I got cooldown reduction, and I got a bigger net size, cursor size, which just means I can catch more things at once. Or just a bigger area in order to catch things, I should say. And I swing and a miss on that fairy. Okay, let's go ahead and do that again. Okay. Gotta make sure I'm getting those water crickets as well. Okay, got that. Okay, water striders, I should say, not water crickets. And let's go ahead and do it again. And after this one, then we'll go back and see what our current BP amount is after 3 rounds. Oh, I got that one time, just barely. Okay, water strider. Oh, that was just off in the corner. Let's go back home, see if we got any new milestones. And it looks like we got at least the leech bug one. And we need 7 more of the water striders in order to catch that. And we need 9 more fairies in order to get that one. Is there any more of these easy ones? So the beetle notice, I need to catch 8 more. And then the crickets, I need to catch 6 more of those. And then the spider notices. I think I'm actually going to go back to the, I think that's the second map, in order to get the butterflies, the spiders, the crickets, and the beetles as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at upgrades first. First thing is going to be the spawn rate, and then the cooldown reduction. And if I can afford anything else, it'll be the stamina. Let's go back, go hunt, and then we're going to take a look at the forest. Looking for anything but the butterflies. So get the crickets and the spiders. Crickets and these beetles, spiders. Okay. Again, I'm aiming for those milestones because they give extra BP. And they're giving a lot more now than they were before. So let's go ahead and do one more of these just to make sure. Okay. Cricket, cricket, spider, cricket, beetle, beetle, crickets. I just got 3 crickets there alone, so I'm pretty sure I'm good with crickets now. Probably good with spiders too. Okay, let's go back home, see what milestones we managed to achieve. Milestones, and we got all 3 of them. So let's claim the spider novice, let's claim the cricket novice, and let's claim the beetle novice. And then from there, I think the next one we're looking at is going to be the water strider and the fairy. And then everything else from there is going to be in the hundreds until we take a look at the next map. And if we wanted to, we could go back to the original map and try to catch 100 of the fireflies and get 10k extra. But I don't think we necessarily need to worry about that right now. For now, let's get some extra damage. And then let's go ahead and get some extra stamina, exit out of there, go back to the hunt, and we can go ahead and finally take a look at the caves, next new area. Okay, so that's 1. Oh yeah, these crystals take 2. Other things I'm getting pretty easy though. I think the crystals are actually the highest tier item, or the highest tier bug on this one. I'm getting them in 2. Okay, I got that fairy. Man, I missed that fairy. So we got 10 of the cave crickets, but I do need to get more mole ticks and more of the crystal beetles as well. So from that, we're actually just do it one more time. I'm just going to aim for everything. Couldn't get 2 on that one, hoping for a crit. 2, 2. 2 on that. Okay, so 6, 6, 2, and 4. Let's go ahead and go home and see what we're looking at as far as those milestones are. I should have at least 1, I believe. Yeah, so we got the Cave Cricket Novice. So I need to go for those brown looking ones and the crystal beetles, and then there is so both of the brown ones, so the smaller ones, the bigger ones. Okay, let's get out of there, take a look at what upgrades we have available. Let's do the spawn rate, and let's do cursor size. And let's do more max stamina, and do both of those crits. And let's make sure I at least have the 6k necessary, or 60k necessary to do another cave hunt. Oh, sorry, I thought it's only 7k. 60 is the one I believe after. Okay. So those. So I'm getting the crystals now in one hit, looks like. I should have gotten that as fairies. I at least got one of them. And there was 3 on this map already. Okay, so we got 4 bat mites, 4 crystal beetles. So let's just go ahead and do one more. Another fairy. Oh, so that didn't actually get me in 1. Interesting. Okay. Definitely got the crystals now, I believe. Okay. Get that. Get that. Alrighty, I believe I got enough for all the milestones there. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay. Yep, so I got that one for another 76k, that one for 145k, and then this one for 589. So there is an achievement for having over 1 million BP. Okay. I think before Prestige, we were making so much less. And then again, that is pretty typical for one of these games that allows you Prestige like that. Let's go ahead and click out of there, and let's take a look at upgrades and see what I can go ahead and afford. Let's get another cooldown reduction. Let's do the auto catching so I don't have to click anymore. Let's do stamina, more stamina. And let's do some damage. Skip on all of those. I think this is probably, now it's 80 billion. 15 million, 10 quadrillion, 10 million, 400k, 50 million. Again, this they did the number wrong on this one. 300k and 300k. Yeah, so this should just be 1 trillion, from if I'm understanding that correctly. Okay, let's go ahead and exit out of here and go back to hunting. Again, with milestones, I believe we have all of the normal tier ones except for the water striders. Okay. Yeah, the water striders are what I need to make sure I get then. So the water striders, I believe, are on the previous map. Let's go back to the swamp and make sure we target the water striders then. Those are all going to be down here along the bottom. Okay, there was 1 water strider. I managed to actually get that one. Another water strider there, another water strider there. Probably should double check to see how many I needed, but I'm just targeting them. Okay, another one there. Okay. 8 Watchshires. Definitely got enough to get that milestone. Let's go back to the milestones. Let's go ahead and claim that for another 23.2k. And then everything else is claimed except for I need to get 3 more of the fairies, which I'll be able to get in the next area as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at what upgrades we can afford. Nothing down there, but we can go ahead and get at least one of these. Let's do the 12% crit chance just to get more opportunity. And let's go ahead and exit out of there, go back to the hunt. And from here, I believe we can go ahead and take a look at the cave, which costs 60k. Okay. Okay, let's see what... Some of these are taking 2 again. I actually don't know what to do. This is going to cost 1 trillion in order to get the next strength upgrade. Or I gotta rely on the crits. Or just persistence. I did get 27 Mirage Beetles, so let's just go ahead and do this again. As long as I get 3 more Sand Roaches and 1 more Heat Wasp, I'll be able to get those milestones. And I believe there is the Scorpionets down here on the bottom too that I gotta make sure to target. Yeah, those things. Scorpionets. Okay, a couple more fairies as well. Okay, so 8 Scorpionets. So let's actually do it one more time, because if I can get 2 more Scorpionets, then that's that milestone as well. Okay, I think I already got the 2 Scorpionets I need. Let's just get a few more just to double check. Yeah, these blue ones take 3 actually. Unless I get a crit. Which is a fairly high chance at this point. Okay, let's go home. See what milestones I've achieved. I believe I got the fairy one as well, maybe? Yeah, I did. Okay, so that gives me 5 extra fairy points. Let's go down. Let's go ahead and claim this one for 1.2 million, claim this one for 2.7 million, claim this one for 6.2, and this one for 14.4. Okay. And then let's go back into the upgrades. I can't afford that one yet, but I can get the cooldown reduction. Let's go ahead and do some extra stamina, stamina regen on hit, and 4.5% critical chance as well. Okay, if I wanted to, I could prestige, but I'm going to go ahead and hold off for a little bit more until I get some more BP at this point. So let's go back to the hunt. Actually, let's go back and check over here. Is there anything left on that map that I still need? Nope, that's all taken. So let's go ahead and go back to the hunt. Actually, let's go... What do I get for the 100 of each one again? 10, 10, 25, 84. Oh, so it's not that much more. 144. Yeah, it's not that much more than what we already received. Let's go back to the hunt. See, that costs 10 million. I can't afford there. Let's just keep at the desert then. I mean, ultimately, the highest tier place that I can go to, or I can afford to go to, is going to give me the highest tier bugs, which should theoretically give me the most money. So I believe this is the right thing to do. I just don't know exactly which ones I want to be targeting here. but let's go ahead and get some more. And a Scorpinet. Part of me thinks it's these blue ones because they still on occasion take 3 hits. Scorpionets I seem to be able to get in 2 pretty consistently. Okay, get some more there, get some more. This extra stamina is nice. I can just stay out here for a little bit longer. I regen stamina on hits. I regen stamina just every second. Let it all rain down, get as much as I can. It's almost like that stamina bar is hardly moving. Now it's starting to go down. It seemed like it wasn't moving there for a little bit. 230 sand roaches for an extra 2.7 million per minute. Wow. Let's go back home. So that definitely got me another achievement, or another milestone. Let's go and take a look at what that gives me. 2 milestones, so Mirage Beetle and Sand Roaches. The Scorpionets are actually the highest one for 144. Okay, let's see, what can I afford now? I don't think anything really. Because this one's 1 trillion, 15 million for critical. I can do stamina regen just to be out there longer. 10 quadrillion, 20 billion. I'll go ahead and do this critical chances and critical damage. Now they're at 1 billion apiece. 50 million, 500 million, 60 billion, 10 quadrillion, 20 billion. Okay, so I think these stamina regens are going to be the next ones I'm going to have to get. Yeah, so let's go ahead and go back and go back to the hunt. I can finally afford to go to the mountain too as well. And these are taking a few hits. See if I can get just at least a couple, see what they give me in terms of money, or in terms of BP, I should say. Okay, got another fairy. Get a lot there. I have no idea what that other thing was. Takes 4 hits though, potentially 1 if I crit. So what I'm really relying on for some of these is just critting. Okay, so we got 7 rocky beetles, 21 cloudflies, 44 alpine moths, 13 echo. So I need to get rocky beetles, 7. I need 3 more of those. So let's go ahead and just come right back to it. I need 3 more rocky beetles, which I'm assuming are those big ones that are flying diagonal on occasion. Those ones right there. That one. That one. That one. That. Come on. Come on. Got it. It'll take 4 hits. Sometimes. Those ones I'm definitely relying on crits to get. Okay, but did I get a few more there? Rocky beetles? Yep, I did. So from here we can go home. Take a look at the milestones. I should have all 4 of the milestones from this area ready to clear. Let's see what the brother has to say. Wow, that was beautiful. I'm so happy I'm with you on this journey. All these beautiful places we get to go to. Thank you, brother. Yeah, I feel like he's just kind of along for the ride. Let's go ahead and claim this for 34.6 million, 84.4 million, 216.8 million, plus an additional 565.9 million on that one. All very high, good amounts of money. So let's go ahead and take a look at the upgrades. I did say I can go ahead and get this one, as well as that one right there for the 2 stamina regens. Stamina regen on hit, plus stamina regen per second. And I don't believe that I can afford anything else besides a prestige. So I think I gotta decide on, do I want to target damage, which is 1 trillion, or do I continue to do these ones for 1 billion each? 80 billion. Yeah, I think critical chances are going to be the ones I have to do next, just simply for cost-wise. No, nothing else in milestones, so let's actually get to go into the deep forest. Actually, I can't, 1.5, so let's stay at the mountain then for 10 million. Okay, get all those fairies whenever they come on screen. Yeah. Just at this point, target anything I possibly can. These ones are the highest earners. I just gotta get as many as I can. And then whenever I see that sparkle come in, I gotta make sure to grab it like that. That was pure luck though, I'll be honest. Pure luck on that one. Was not paying attention at all. It just sprung right up into the net. Lots of stamina left on this round. Lots and lots and lots of stamina on this round. Haven't seen any more fairies show up. That's kind of disappointing. Yeah, as one shows up. Perfect. Oh, wow, still have over half. That stamina regen is definitely going to be very, very helpful as we stay out here all the while longer. Get more of those fairies. More chance to get crits on all these bugs. Heck, I may even be able to get the next level, the 100 for each one of these. Yeah, definitely would like to get the next milestone for all of these. That would be very, very nice. And it's definitely possible, considering how long I'm going to be staying out here for. I'm still just a little under half, or I want to say that's a little above a third. Thwack, thwack. Yeah, keep going, keep going. Get the fairy. Lots in there. I got that fairy. Heard the noise. Good. Got that one as well. Curious on how many fairies I'm going to have at the end of this round. And I now understand why they have an end trip option as well. I think eventually you're going to get to the point where you're just generating so much extra stamina with how many bugs are on screen and how many you just generate per second. You can almost stay out here infinitely, probably. Managed to get that one too. I missed that one though. Yeah. Got that one. I believe, if I remember correctly, with that prestige point I got last time, each fairy is worth 2 as well. Or, yeah, I believe so. That was the one that cost 8. but I can check that after this round. Double check the prestiges. Yeah, come on. Get lots. Get lots. As many as I can. Yeah, can I even get 1,000 on some of these? Can I even get the milestone after the next milestone? There is a possibility, considering how many I'm catching right now. Yeah. Another fairy. That fairy was flying right off the screen. Which is not fair. Got that one. I barely got that one. Or not that fairy, but that rock beetle. Got that fairy though. The rock beetles are probably the one I'm not going to get very much on, considering they take 4 hits or a lucky crit. But who knows? But it looks like this round is potentially going to come to an end here shortly. It did come to an end as well. Alrighty. So, 557, 368, 146, and 42, and I did catch 23. So that means I definitely got a couple of the extra milestones as well. So let's take a look at those. I'm down here, go ahead and go to the next section. Go past these. I can claim the Mirage Beetle. Oh no, I've already claimed those, never mind. But I can claim the Cloudfly Specialist. I can claim the Alpine Moth, as well as the Echo Bug Beetle. Firefly Expert is 1,000 of those, so I'm quite a ways off from there. And the Rocky Beetle, so yeah, did get quite a bit of those. So those are looking good now. I don't think there's any other items I can currently claim. Let's quickly go through these. No, there are not. But I do have 9.6 billion of points available. Let's also double check and make sure if I was right around that. Yeah, fairies give 2 coins each, so that's why I'm up to 79 now. And what actually would I want to get next round if I were to go ahead and prestige? I can have 36 BP generation, keep unlocked locations on prestige so I can just jump straight up to the higher ones. That may be worthwhile too. I could get both of those if I wanted to and still have 9 left over to get, at the very least, the fairy spawn rate up to 300%, or 2 times generation per 100 bugs. Actually, not going to prestige yet. Let's see if I can get some more. In the meantime, I can go ahead and go into the deep forest. So let's go take a look at that one. Next area. Yeah, I don't even know if I'm going to catch anything. I'll catch a few at least. Just gotta make sure to follow them. Find something and then just follow it. Yeah, definitely need some damage, crit, all of those increases. Who knows how many hits these are taking. Okay, come on. Ants down here on the bottom too. Didn't even notice those until recently. See how many of those I can get. Can I get even one of them? Are they going to be resilient like ants? Yeah, managed to get that fairy. Get him, get him. I have no idea how many of them I'm actually going to acquire on this one. As long as there's a bunch that show up. I mean, I actually saw the stamina bar go up on this round. I was pretty farther down. With all these bugs being on screen, getting all these hits, I'm getting managed to get that stamina bar. I mean, gosh, it just keeps going up. That also means that I'm not actually catching these bugs. They're just staying on screen. I'm back up to full health, or full stamina almost. Hey, come on. Ooh, this is gonna be a long one. I missed that fairy. Okay, come on. I'm honestly just aiming for ants at this point. Let's see how many of these things I can get. As long as they keep spawning, I think I'll be able to keep my stamina up to 100 too. Or almost max. This is just getting crazy. I have no idea how many I've actually caught, or if any at all. No clue at all. Make sure I get those fairies. Those are still one hits. No matter where they are. Get that. Yeah, got it. Perfect. Keep going. Haha. I wonder if we're actually going to see this one end. The other one, we at least eventually saw it come to an end. I don't even know if that's going to happen with this one. Two fairies on screen at the same time. Yeah. Second I need more stamina, I just come down here. Make sure there's a nice good cluster and just watch the stamina bar go back up. Get two more fairies. That's boring though. Let's come back up here and see if we can catch some of the things. These blue beetles. Stag beetles, I'm guessing. These ones look like hornets or bees. Probably hornets, considering we already had bees. Another fairy there. Oh wow, okay, at least stamina's going down. Again, if I need some more, come down here. Watch those hits rack up. Got another fairy. Missed that fairy that went right next to me. But I got that fairy. Got that fairy as well. Got that one. That one went basically into my cursor. Okay. Okay, I think we're finally gonna let that one die. Okay, it did. It finally ended. So you got Bark Moth 207, Fairies 21, Lurker Wasp 48, Ant Soldiers 128, and Stag Beetles 8. So I did at least get the first achievement for, or the first milestone for 3 of them, and the second milestone for 2 of them as well. So let's go back home and see what those milestones are going to actually get me. So come down here. What's the brother got to say? That place was full of ants. Actually, I bet they give quite a lot of bug powder. Let's go back as soon as possible. We should gather as many of those. I know, that's why I kind of just stayed there on the bottom for a while. But we did get bark moth novice for 1.5 billion. Lurker wasp, so those were wasps, for 4.2, and the ant soldier novice for 11.8, and the stag beetles, like I mentioned, where those were the more expensive at 34 billion. But I should be able to come down here to the 100 area and claim a few more. We got the bark moth for 15.2, and another ant specialist for some 117.6 billion. So let's go ahead and click out of there and go back to upgrades. And which ones do we want to go ahead and afford? We want to do the cursor size. Let's do that one. I don't think I need to worry about cooldown reduction. 9 times critical damage and critical chance, maybe? Or do we want to do cooldown reduction? Again, I don't think I need to worry about cooldown reduction. I would like to get this damage, but that's quite a bit more at this point in time. Yeah, let's go ahead. Good question, good question, good question. Let's go ahead. Let's get the critical chance. Let's go ahead and get the critical damage. Those are only 1 billion apiece, so it didn't necessarily take a big chunk out. The next ones are going to be 2 trillion as well as 200 billion. Then we're looking at, again, 1 trillion there. So I could go ahead and get the stamina regen if I really wanted to, but I'm not really seeing an issue with stamina. That last one just seemed like it lasted forever, so let's actually do cooldown reduction, which just means I'm going to be able to swing even quicker. Let's go back to the hunt. Riverbait costs 1.5, can't afford that. Deep forests, we're going back to the deep forest. I wonder if these additional trigger chances I'm getting with the crit chances, hopefully that'll allow me to get a few more of these bugs. That larger size also makes quite a bit of a difference. I feel like I can almost just leave it here. Do an experiment. Let's just leave it there, see what happens. The only thing I'll target is going to be the fairies when those come in. I mean, in reality, I'm really hoping on crits anyway, so if I need to spend more than a second on something, the likelihood is I'm going to get it is pretty slim. Only got one of those. The one that was coming down I missed. That one I got though. Yeah, I'm not even moving the mouse. And I'm nearly at full stamina still. Getting lots of fairies. Another fairy. Yeah, still staying up. Between the bigger cursor size as well as the cooldown reduction. Yeah, I've just managed to get even more. Keeping that stamina up, hit even more bugs to keep that stamina up higher. I missed that fairy because I wasn't paying attention. Of course, my cat wanted to go outside at that exact moment. Yeah, not even moving the mouse. Real question would be how many of these I actually got. So I would like to get the 1,000 of the ants, so I can get that other milestone. Okay, did manage to get that fairy. Yeah, made good progress on this game as well. I think we're looking at, as far as achievements are concerned, 9 out of 13. So only 4 achievements remaining as far as Steam is concerned. Wonder how many more we'll be able to get tonight. Yeah, just leaving the mouse there is boring. Let's go ahead and keep moving again. Got that fairy, 2 fairies right there. Chunk, 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 ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk. There's just so many. I missed that fairy. Got that fairy though. Okay. Got that fairy. Really should think about prestiging here soon. I know I'll just make so much more in the next round. But I always wonder, you prestige when you're getting stuck. So I'm not necessarily getting stuck right now. I mean, I am actively getting these bugs. My stamina's not going down. It's not as if I'm actually stuck. These things are taking a few hits, don't get me wrong, but again, not stuck. Got another fairy. Racking up all the fairies. Got 2 fairies right there without even noticing the second one. That fairy. Get as many as you can. As many as you can. Three fairies right back to back there. That's pretty nice. Kind of making me want to prestige even more. Especially if I can get the award or the prestige bonus that allows me to keep 10% of my total BP. So I'm making a lot of BP, which means I'll be able to get quite a few upgrades right at the very beginning. Wow. Just leave it there for a second. Just let it go. Let's see what we get up to. Alrighty, what are we at? Hello, kitty. What? What? What are you doing? You got your tongue out? What you got your tongue out for? You got your tongue off. You weirdo. Go get your food. Go get your food. What, you want some treats? What, you want some treats? Okay, here's some treats. She is a needy little kitty. I think off screen, not even doing anything. Still managed to not go down in stamina at all. Move it off screen real quick. Just let it go down. Okay. This one might be the first one that I actually just end myself. Just to see how much I actually got. I don't think this is going to go down unless I do. Yeah, it's not going to go down unless I do it. Or unless I just go off screen and not actually click anything like that. Then I see fairies, and I want to get the fairies, because then I have more chances to do more prestige things. Plus I still need to get the 100 fairies for that milestone as well. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and end this trip. See what I got. 1,472 bark moths, 1,207 ant soldiers, 55 fairies, 222 stag beetles, and 291 of the lurker wasps. So those lurker wasps are actually the most. Interesting. So let's go home. Okay, so we got 100 fairies. So that is an achievement I just got. Oh. What does that mean? Yeah, looks like I'm only missing 3 achievements now. But they all appear to be hidden achievements. Okay. So 34.5 or 34 billion for the stag beetle. Now I got to go down here, get the fairy specialist. I get an extra 80 of the points. Bring you up to 311. All the more reason to go ahead and actually prestige. 41.7 billion for the lurker wasp specialist, and then 339.9 billion for the stag beetle specialist as well. So all of those are good. And really makes me want to go ahead and actually do another one of these prestiges, because I need a trillion. Yeah, we're going to do another prestige. I have a lot, so 50, 20, keep 10% BP on prestige. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do milestones, or no, we're going to do upgrades. We're going to spend 1 million to go ahead and prestige. And from here, first thing we're going to do is go ahead and keep 10%. Base generation is 5 per minute. We're going to keep all unlocked areas. Keep all bugs caught on prestige. Ooh, that's a good one. Let's go do that one, as well as the times 36%. Or times 36, not 36%. Key all upgrades on prestige. That one I want to get next. This one I want to get next round. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and do BP generation. And then fairies give more. Fairies spawn more often. Fairies spawn more often. As well as spirit spawn. They give now 10 coins. So that's the end of that track. And then more times 2. Okay, so the only things left on these ones are 250 for that, 15 for that, 18 for that, and 80 for that. Let's go ahead and click done. Let's see what this new round is going to look like. Wow. Okay. I'm already at 200 trillion. Let's go ahead and go in here and just start clicking on things. Because I'm making so much per second. I'm basically, before I even go into the first round, already at where I was last time. Yeah, 20 trillion doesn't matter. 200 trillion doesn't matter. Okay, so let's do those two. That one, that one, that one, that one, that. First time I'm going to be able to afford that because that's 1 trillion. Get that one, get that one, get that one. Get both of those, get both of those, get them again, get them again. And I can even go ahead and get that one because that costs 1 quadrillion. That's the only thing I can actually afford. So might as well get it. And now I am back exactly where I was last time. In fact, I'm even higher than I was last time because I have never been able to afford the plus 150 damage. So let's go ahead and exit out of there. Milestones. It looks like it actually kept all of my milestones correct, so that's good. It means I don't have to go back and claim those again. And let's go ahead and go directly into hunting. Do I want to do the riverbank? Might as well do the riverbank. First time here. Already getting some fairies. Another one of those things where I might as well just leave it where it is. And I have a 900% fairies incoming on the screen, so those are going to come a lot like they are. Just means the next prestige is going to be even easier. I need 250 for 1 upgrade in the prestige, so that's going to be quite spendy. But then again, I think they give me 10 per now, so not going to be that bad. I only need, what, 25? I've already gotten at least 8 or 9 now. Okay, keep going. Just leave it there for a second. Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and let this go for a minute while I go to the restroom again. So let me go ahead and put that on screen for a quick 2-minute break, or a 2-minute be right back. Alrighty. Let that just go on screen. Hopefully my stamina will increase, and it has. And I will be back in just about 2 minutes. And I'm back. Let me go ahead and turn off that timer. Don't have any macro setup or anything like that, so I have to actually go into OBS to click that stuff. Yeah, I can hear you, kitty. Yeah? Am I not paying attention to you? Yeah, am I not paying attention to you? What you doing? Huh? What's on screen? What's on screen? Okay. Stay too close. Don't stay too close. I might run you over. Okay. Lots of fairies on this round. Without even trying. Okay, let's go ahead and end this trip. So I got 1,376 of the darter bugs, 294 dragon beetles, or dragonflies, not dragon beetles, 85 fairies, mudhoppers 52, and then 166 of the snapper nymphs. Okay, let's go ahead and go home. Collect a couple of achievements. Or I should say milestones, but what's the brother got to say? I used to love rivers. Remember we used to swim on a river when we were young? That place feels like home, or maybe it's because I'm with you. Our parents would be proud to see how far you've come. Isn't that kind? And I have 854. Okay. Let's go ahead and go into here. Claim. Come down here. And then claim this, and this, and this. And then I can even come down here and claim that, and that, and that. So that put me at 11.5 quadrillion. So what can I get in terms of upgrades? So this, like 9E plus 18. Why don't you just put quintillion, or septillion, or sextillion, or octillion? Something along those lines. Unless it's even higher than that. I don't know. Could be. Damage. Okay. 22E plus 20. Okay. And I believe cooldown reduction is the only other, or cooldown, yeah. The only thing I can actually currently afford, unless I want to do the prestige again. You know, I got 850 more points. Let's go ahead and prestige again. I only did like one round, but that's fine. So base generation is going to be plus 15. There was one I want to get keep all upgrades for 250. Then let's go ahead and do a spawn rate of the fairies again, followed by that, that, and that is everything. There is nothing else. See if there's anything hidden on this background. Looks like there's 3 layers. That's interesting. What happens when all 3 layers stop moving? Looks like... So that's all 3 layers stop moving. Okay. Don't know what that did, but everything's unlocked. So let's go ahead and click done. So... that's a lot. So if we go directly into upgrades, I believe that means I should be able to afford a lot more. So let's do the cursor size, followed by another cursor size. Let's do spawn rate, followed by another spawn rate. Let's do cooldown reduction. Let's do stamina. Let's do stamina regen. More stamina. I can do more stamina, more stamina, more damage. Okay, so that is every single upgrade at this point in time. Let's exit out of there. Let's go ahead and hunt. Let's go to the Mushroom Grove. Okay, so it's now basically the size of the screen. Cool. Very nice. And I appear to be strong enough to just one-shot everything as well. So, let's say we let this go for about 30 seconds and then we'll end. Or maybe less than 30 seconds. Let's end this one. Yeah, got a lot on that one just alone, so let's go ahead and click on the milestones. Let's claim some oh, what does he say? What was that place? No way. You're reaching magical places now. We have to take a picture next time. Magical bugs, here we come. Yeah. So let's come in here, see what else we can claim. Claim, 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 claim. Come down some more. Pretty sure I got 100 on a couple of those. Claim it, claim it, claim it, claim it. Is there anything any further down? I do not... Actually, yes. Claim, claim. Oh, wow. I managed to get the total bugs 10,000. So now I just need to catch it with 100,000 bugs. And so let's go ahead and click back. Again, upgrades, unless something new randomly pops up. There's nothing else to get there. Prestige. I have everything, so there's nothing to get there. Milestones I can get, but I think what I need to do is go into the bamboo this time. Let's do another 30 or 40 seconds or so. Just make sure I'm catching a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. There's just so many getting swatted down. I think the goal with this game that I now know is to prestige early on. When they say you can prestige at 1000, just do it. As soon as you have even a few of these fairy points, just prestige. And then once you hit 1,000,000, go ahead and prestige. Just make sure you have as much of the fairy points you want on that second prestige. Which really you don't need that much because you'll be making so many at the very beginning anyways. That is at least what I have learned. And I think with that, let's go ahead and end this trip. Yeah, look at that. 3,000, 2,800. That's crazy. So let's go back into the milestones. What he has to say? That bamboo looked like a reach for the sky. I'm sure not many people have been in places like these. It makes me feel so fortunate. Yeah, well, honestly, I think most people would feel fortunate if they managed to go to a magical or just a fantastic place like that. I know I would. Got those claimed. Come down here, get a couple more claimed. This money doesn't even mean anything. I'm just claiming them for this point. So, claim this one, claim this one. Yeah, the highest that I'm getting would be for this last one here. 1.e to the 20 plus 24, and I already have 1.15e plus 33, so it doesn't even matter. But now I can go to the Celestial Chi, and that's 5e.24 BP. And that is an achievement to go to the Celestial Chi. Interesting. Just keep that center area nice and clear. Yeah, definitely prestige early on. That is what I learned here. Oh, The moon's moving in the back. That's kind of cool. Wonder if there's a day and night cycle on this one. Or if the moon's just going to continue to go up and then down. Or just go up, go off screen, and then repeat on from the bottom. Give it another second, see what happens with the moon. Oh, yep, see, it repeats. I'll let it get to the end of this moon cycle and then I'll end the trip. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. In order to get that last milestone as well, I have to get 100,000 bugs, so... The more I stay on here, the better it is anyways. Okay, but I'd let it go with cycle, so let's go ahead and enter it. So what did I get there? Ooh, why is there so many different bugs on here? Oh, it's a little bit of everything. That's kind of cool. So the Sacred Tree literally just has every single bug type. So you don't actually have to go back to any of the other areas then. That's kind of nice. What does the brother have to see? The Celestial Tree, we made it! We've reached the mystical place of bugs. You're truly the best brother anyone could ask for. I love you, brother. I only have sisters in real life, so I don't have any of that brotherly bond. Well done. The end. Firefly Haven. That was a good game. But I'm not done. I'm still missing one achievement. So I need to go back. Need to go back. See what I need. What do I need? What is that last achievement? I think once we get this final achievement, got to think about what we want to play tomorrow. Been thinking about going back and playing some more of Hades. I haven't quite beaten it yet, so it would be kind of nice to go through and play that with the anticipation of Hades 2 coming out in the near future. That, or playing a little bit of some of the original Subnautica. I have not actually played any of that, so that'd be kind of fun to do, but we'll talk about that after we finish this. It seems like our job here is done. Or, if you're up for it, I heard the legendary hunter is the one who gets 100,000 bugs. Only if there was someone that brave. Well, when you say it like that, I gotta see how close I am. 28,481. Okay. Let's go ahead and claim that. Is there anything else that I can claim? Don't believe so. Oh, yes. Claim. Okay. Claim that one. Claim this. Claim it. Claim it. Claim it. Claim it. Claim. Claim. And then I think we're good. Well, we're getting close to the Sand Roach expert. We can get the Alpine Moth expert. And we can go ahead and get the Spore Bug expert. And there, we're good. So with this, again, how many, do any new upgrades show up? Is there any like endgame upgrades that show up? Is there any endgame prestiges that show up? No. Okay, so again, let's just verify how much I need. Was it 72,000 roughly? Okay, and what is this achievement? Zen Beetle. Okay, cool. Where is my inventory? Go away, go away, go away. Yeah. We're just going to put these two guys here. I have a feeling the next one is going to be the gold one, and I'll put the gold one up here. So for now, let's go ahead and go hunt. And I believe the celestial tree is probably going to have the most. And let's just go ahead and just leave the cursor. And just let it go for a minute. Or a couple minutes. Take a drink of water. Now it's just a matter of waiting. But I think what I will do, considering I don't really want to hear this noise, let me go ahead and actually go off screen real quick and turn down the game capture. So we don't have to hear this thwacking noise. I mean, really not necessary. Or better yet, let's go ahead and just turn it down in here then. Master volume all the way down. That way no one really has to hear it. You or me. Meantime, let's turn the game back up. Okay. Go ahead and go back to exit. Now just leave it there. Perfect. So, while this is going on, let's go ahead and continue my previous discussion. As far as games we want to go ahead and play. Like I said, Hades, Subnautica, those are all both potentially good options there. I have been meaning to go ahead and take a look at the Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth games. I haven't actually played those ones yet. I was always a fan of the early Final Fantasy games. I'll be honest, I kind of lost interest, you know, with the 11, 12, 13, and beyond. When they started going away from the true turn-based system that was available in 10 and before. I felt like as soon as you got into 11 with the online version, I don't know, I felt like they just decided to stick with that, being able to move around, not necessarily the standard true, you know, turn-by-turn style that was always available. It's one of the reasons I'm a big fan of the Clair Obscura Expedition 33 game that came out. As soon as that came, I managed to power through that. I think I put 50 hours in, completed it 100%. That was a phenomenal game, and being turn-based and done well with the action events and everything along those lines, it was absolutely amazing, I have to say. But that one won't necessarily want to go back to again. I've already completed it 100%. So, but I'm thinking about giving the Final Fantasy VII Remake a try, like I said. Although I know it's going to be more action-oriented, not going to be the turn-based that I would hope it would be. But, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a bad game. So maybe that one. I know several, one that I haven't necessarily brought up, and probably does one that necessarily fit with a lot of my genres that I normally would want to say I play on here, but Elite Dangerous, that one's a fun one, and I know they've released several new ships, you know, not for arcs, as they their pay-to-win currency as they have, but they're now just available. I played a lot of that game early on, did a lot of the deep core mining back when that was profitable. So I have a couple of million, several million, if not, you know, 100 million or something like that racked up. So I can pretty much buy any ship and fully deck it out for the most part. And I think my base of operations is at Jameson Memorial, so I can pretty much just pick up anything whenever I want to. So that's potentially something I can always take a look at as well. I do have a full HOTAS system, so, or I shouldn't say a full HOTAS system, but I have a, you know, a HOTAS, so it does make that game a little bit more immersive at that point. That'd be something I can think about playing. I have been meaning to go back and replay the original Kingdom Hearts games. I know I'll have to keep a lot of the sound off, or at least the music off. I already do that in order to have just some generic background, so that is a potential option to do. I remember playing those Kingdom Hearts games when they first came out so many years ago. I even pre-ordered Kingdom Hearts 2, and in Kingdom Hearts 3, I remember going to a GameStop and picking up my Kingdom Hearts 2 copy for PS2, and then Kingdom Hearts 3 came out. I think I got that for Xbox all those years ago when they finally crossed platforms. Those were quite fun, although Kingdom Hearts 3 not necessarily my favorite of the bunch. I know that may come up as controversial to some, but the first one is always going to be true to my heart. I remember being a kid, sitting downstairs, having my two older sisters kind of be in the room next to me, and I'm just playing the game and they're asking me questions about it. We have a roaring fire and just drinking, you know, one of those mocha drinks that had the powder that you add to turn it into a mocha that you add to either the milk or the water. No caffeine in it at all or anything along those lines. It was just purely flavor. But I remember sitting down and probably till, you know, again, I was run young back then, so probably till 10 or 11 o'clock at night, keeping the fire going for my parents, playing that game, considering it was back when I wasn't allowed to bring the consoles in the bedroom, or didn't necessarily have a TV that was functional to work with that. Definitely a possibility there. But that one always has a spot in my heart. And then when Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, that was just so many years later. And just the hype for it, and just all the changes they made, I think it was all just for the better. So definitely a big fan of Kingdom Hearts 2 as well. But then, I don't know, just Kingdom Hearts 3, when they decided to change how the Keyblades work and how the Keyblades change shape and everything along those lines to turning them into guns and things like that. I don't know. Just not my favorite there. But definitely willing to go back and play all of those at any point in time. And I know with Grounded 2 out in early access, I may actually want to go back and actually finish my first playthrough of Grounded 1. I was playing that when it first came out on early access, after watching people like Blitz and Intern, and I think Dre and a couple other people play that, you know, when it first came out on early access. I think I jumped on the bandwagon like many other people did, but I never actually finished it, because I think I played it back when it was purely in for early access, so it wasn't actually a completed game, and when it eventually did fully come out, I just never actually finished it. So that one might be a good idea to go back and actually finish, so I can have the full backstory and go back and get ready to play the second one when it actually officially comes out. I'll probably avoid it on the on terms of the early access version and play when it actually fully comes out. But definitely a couple other ones as well. If you have any suggestions, please let me know in any comments or any chat messages or anything along those lines. Fairly new to this. This is my first stream on Twitch, and this is my third stream on YouTube. The name is the same on both channels, so if you have a preferred platform, go ahead and feel free to find me on either of those. I use the same image and the same graphic and everything along those lines, so feel free to follow, subscribe, and do all those things. Like if you definitely can. If you made it to this far, I mean, please do. I mean, 2.5 hours to nearly 3 hours into a stream. I would hope if you made it this far that you would hopefully like, and you would stay because you were enjoying it and you like it. But I think with that, let's go ahead and end this trip and see where we are in terms of that 100,000 needed. This one's definitely getting 1,000 on several of these ones, if not 3,000, 3,000. Got to be at least at halfway there now, and if not more than halfway there. Oh, what do you want? No, don't freeze. Okay, into freeze, good. What does he got to say? Hey, I don't know if you know, but I love you, brother. Not because of how far you've made it, but because of who you are. You're the best family I could have asked for. I'm proud of you. That was random. Like, is it because I got all of these or something like that? Do I need to claim anything? Claim. No, I'm still missing the water strider. Claim that one, claim that one, claim that one. Claim that one, claim that one. Yeah, see, I'm still off on several of these at this point. Claim that one, claim. Claim that one, claim. Okay, 73,546. So definitely over half. One more of those, and we should be able to go ahead and get this one done. So Let's take a look and see what I'm actually missing in terms of prestiges, and then I can just go there. Maybe it'll have enough. Maybe it's... So it's the Water Strider, the Scorpion, and then the Ladybug, and then the Bee. So those are both at the very beginning stage. Spiders are at the second stage. Let's actually go see what these first areas even look like now. Are they just full of bugs, or... Oh no, they're not full of bugs. This is just sad. I'm just mowing them down instantly. There's just so few of them. And each map must have a custom spawn rate for all of the fairies. There's this one. I've only gotten 3 so far. I think I would have already had 10 or 20 if it was on that final map. But let's just keep going for a second. See if we can max up all of these milestones. What I really need is the bees. I just haven't seen very many of them. There's one's right floating in front of me. There they are. There they come. Whiff, whiff. The fact that I can whiff is pretty hard. It just shows that there's not enough spawning on this map. Okay. Give this one another, let's say, 10 seconds, and then we'll go ahead and see where we're at. One thing would be kind of nice is if the milestones showed up at the very end. You could be like, claim milestones now. But I get why that don't. You know, having its own menu is probably the preferred method. But I think that's 10 seconds, probably more. Okay. Go home. Only got 188 bees. Still enough to get at least a couple things right. So come in here. It would be really nice if there was some sort of filter on here, where you can filter it by claimed and unclaimed. Given the sheer amount that there are, that would be something that's kind of nice. So still need the Water Striders, that was not on this map. Only thing on this map were the first few things. So Ladybug. So just the bee expert now on this one, which I only got a 200 on that, so that's going to take a while. Let's go to the second area, see if we get the spiders, the crickets, and the beetles. Yeah, just let it go, just let it go. I think my target too will be is once I get this final achievement, that'll be my when I decide to end the stream as well. So that could be 2 minutes, could be 5 minutes, it could be, yeah, could be 10 minutes, could be 20 minutes, I don't know. But that is what I will go ahead and do, is when I hit that target, when I hit that final achievement, that is when we'll end. All the bugs decide to change size or different size on occasion. When the fairies get big, those look weird. I would be interested to see what the sprite of the fairy looks like without the glow. So I do enjoy a good sprite-based game. I don't know. Maybe if you guys are interested as well, we can always maybe decide to play a couple of the Pokemon games as well. I have been a fan of watching some of the PokeTubers. Fan of the people in Georgia. The, what is it? The United Gamer, United Plays, Asteroid videos, as well as King Corfish. There's also, gosh, there's so many over there. There's Raidaway Plus. There's also, I know I'm forgetting a couple of them, and I've got to feel bad. Vinny. No, that's not. He's up in the New York as well. Who am I missing from the Georgia crew? There's Frank. There's Dylan. There's Rich. I know I'm missing some. It's going to frustrate me. But also watching, the two up from New York, Original 151 and Nintendo, Vinny, as well as Shady Penguin, Shady. Always a fan of watching some of their Nuzlocks and all their games that they enjoy playing as well. Maybe playing a Radical Rogue on here sometime, or a Radical Red. Getting the whole Poke Link and all of that set up at some point in time would be pretty cool. Or that they have, in fact, or at least were making at one point in time, a 2D remake or a 2D version of the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which I think would be really cool to play at some point in time. And they're, yeah, I think that would be really, really cool to play. I think that's the only real downside to the Violet games for the most part is, not being able to go into the grass and get the random encounters. They're all just up there in the overworld and stuff like that. So it's makes it kind of hard to truly nuzlocke those games. I know people have found a way to do that, but there's just that randomness of being able to run into the grass and just get something at random. So the fact that someone has remade that game, or I think was remaking that game, would be something to take a look at. Okay, let's go ahead and end that trip. So I did get 2,700, 300. I don't think I got enough. But we're getting close to that final achievement though. So let's take a look. Let's see if we can claim anything. Yeah. But if anyone can reach out to the developer, if developers watching, or ever does watch this, I think that would be something to think about as a filter on this, on the milestones for, what has been claimed versus what is unclaimed, or see all. Otherwise, you're just having to scroll down here and just verify what has been and has been not been claimed. Which, when you get into the end, sometimes it's only a few things here or there, and you may miss them. Not that you really need the money at this point in time, or the BP, but it would be kind of nice. So 80,000. I think what we'll do is we'll go to the Celestial Tree and just finish off this. Should be able to get 20,000 real quick. Let's get some water. Yeah. So we'll just let this go for a few seconds, probably a minute or so, and then, or maybe even just wait and see if the achievement pops up. I don't know if the achievement is going to pop up if we don't end the trip or not. So I think we'll give it, let's give it 30 seconds or so, 30 seconds to a minute. Yeah, just give it a minute. curious if it's going to pop up with the achievement or not. Just want to make sure I'm down low enough to make sure I'm getting those scorpions if they pop up. So that was one of the things I was low on, was the scorpionettes. Yeah, this one's a fun game though. I definitely recommend it for anyone. If anyone's looking for something to find a game where they can, you know, make a quick video out of it, probably a 20-30 minute video, I can definitely see Dangerously Funny making a video off of this at some point in time. He'd be able to beat this game, and I can see him doing a quick 20-30 minute video with those prestiges and fast forwarding, maybe going on a coffee break like he does, or a lunch break, and then coming back and just having a bunch of money, prestiging, and then just finishing off real quick. I can definitely see that happening. Give this a few more seconds. Actually, let's just do a countdown. Let's do 15 seconds. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And we're going to end the trip. So what did we get here? Quite a bit. Good numbers, good numbers. Let's go ahead and go home. Is it going to give me that final one? No, it did not. So where am I looking? Let's also see if there's anything else I claimed, because that is a mixture of a whole bunch of things on that map. These are all claimed. Well, I can get this one. So I did get the Water Strider Specialist. I did get the Scorpion Net Specialist as well. Anything else? I'm still off on the bees. Still off on the spiders. I did get the Mosquito Expert though. I'm off on the Leech. I'm off on the Water Strider. Anything else to claim? Oh, I did get the Echo Bug Expert. Anything else? Nothing else. Oh, look at that. If I just stayed another, like, probably 4 seconds, I would have been able to get that. So let's go ahead and go hunt. First off, what is the main one that I'm missing? It's the bees, isn't it? Let's go down here to the bottom. Here, what's the most expensive one I'm still missing? The Snappy Nymph Expert. What is a Snappy Nymph? I have no idea. I don't have the Snappy Nymph. Yeah, I don't have that. I don't know how much I'm making off of that just alone, or even where to go find that. So let's just go to the Celestial Tree, and this should probably only take a few seconds. See if the achievement pops up, or I will let you know if the achievement pops up, because I am fairly certain that the Steam overlay and stuff like that does not appear for anyone. But it has not appeared yet. I kind of feel like we would have gotten it already. We're only a couple hundred off, weren't we? Or were you a couple of thousand off? Okay, let's go another, let's say 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and end the trip. And let's go ahead and go home. Definitely should have gotten it. Definitely should have gotten it. Yep, got it. And what's the brother got to say for this final one? A-M-A-Z-I-N-G. Amazing. You have become the legendary hunter. You'll go down in history, brother. Well done. This is it then. The end. Hey, I'm glad I got to witness this with you. See you around. And I was right too. Okay, the final of these statues, it gets to go right on the mantle. Right on the fire mantle. Best place. This one gets on this table. Right when you walk in, that one barely fits on that table. And then the best one, right on top of the fire mantle. Let's go in here. Let's go ahead and claim that final milestone. What is it even going to give, actually? Because, I mean, realistically, at this point in time, you don't need anything. You don't need any money. You don't need any of that stuff. So, I gotta claim the heat wasp. Actually, very close to being able to claim the fairy, but yeah, reward 1E plus 24, which I already have that much, so it's like a drop in the bucket. But I think with that, that is going to go ahead and finish up this particular game. So click on these: recognition for being an amazing hunter, recognition for being a one-of-a-kind hunter, recognition for being the legendary hunter. I'm assuming that's what that says. Can't actually read it fully, so yep, legendary hunter. Let's get this one back on its feet. For some reason this game actually uses physics like that. Okay, let's go ahead and go here and go back to the main menu. And let me go ahead and go back into stream. I believe it's this one? Nope, it's this one. Alrighty. Well, for anyone that joins me or anyone that watches the VOD after this, I definitely thank you. I appreciate it if you give me any feedback. Let me know if there's any games you'd like to see me play, or would like to, just like to see me play for the most part. There was a couple I had mentioned, so definitely up for playing any of those, or if there's anything else along those lines you'd like to see me play, or like to go ahead and play with me or anything along those lines, let me know, and we can definitely go ahead and take a look at those. Until tomorrow, everyone have a great afternoon, great evening, great day, and we will chat again soon. Have a good one, folks.